Arithmetic has a deep and meaningful significance. On the surface, it is a playful and fun, suggesting a sense of joy and freedom. However, there is a deeper message that the title conveys. It is a call to action, a call to play, and a call to engage with the art in a way that is both light-hearted and thoughtful.
I'm a glass artist, so I work with glass as my medium, but however, I do incorporate my medium with other mediums such as painting, and doing a bit of drawings here and there. So within my work, as you guys can see, my concept is based on games, like indigenous and board games. So obviously it's about expressions, bringing people together, about my journey, about how I came back, from moving from Paris, going to the US, coming back to South Africa. So I noticed because of the race and everything that's been happening, so I thought, let me just bring everything and give it to people of how my journey was portrayed.
The artworks featured in Arithmetic exhibition explores the human face as a means of capturing the wide range of emotions and expressions that are part of the human experience. The faces depicted artwork are full of life, conveying joy, sadness, anger, and fear.
It carries a deeper meaning, however, it's very playful. Growing up, I was very a playful person, but very straightforward when coming to being strict about art. I always enjoy doing art and all that. However, when coming to this particular arithmetic, it's for me to allow people not to fear my medium, because not everybody knows that there is glass, like you get glass artists.
The artist first had to overcome the challenge of balancing the two different approaches. The traditional techniques of glass art, such as blowing and cutting, required a great deal of skill and precision.
I faced challenges the time I was in Paris because with the medium itself, they could not accommodate me. Not basically because of my color or because of the medium I'm working with. So I had to sit myself down and think, what is it that I can do? So that's when I went back and started doing like drawings, and I knew the traveling, hence you get the different maps and the journey within it. That's when I told myself like, okay, let me just incorporate what I learned from the drawings and bring it into my medium.
The concept of ready-for-use artworks challenges the traditional notion that art exists solely for aesthetic appreciation. Instead, these artworks are designed to be used and interacted with, allowing for a more physical and emotional experience.
Emphasize on the word fragility mostly because, yes, if you think of glass, yes, people, they love drinking, they enjoy that, but with the medium touching and all that. So when playing these games, you can still go back and remember your childhood memories and all that. So for me, it feels like it's a win-win situation.
The opportunity to experience two distinct art environments had a profound impact on the artist's development. From the traditional glass-blowing techniques of pilchard to the experimental approaches of Sight Internationally, these experiences offered the artist a new perspective on the art form.
Having to learn the language because I could not speak it fluently, but I learned to understand. But the one thing that made me feel more inspired is meeting other South Africans, especially when you get this one particular artist wanting to meet you and all that. So she basically helped me within the residency to guide and show me this is how things are done in Paris. But in Pilchak things are done differently because it's just school. You are there to learn. So it's about working and understanding the medium. And what we have in South Africa, obviously, they don't have there. So it's more, this side is less. So I was trying to just emphasize the knowledge of having to bring it back to South African connection.
In a country with a history of political turmoil and social inequality, art has often played a role in expressing the struggles and triumphs of the people.
unity, Ubuntu. What I learned is we have it more. So throughout my journey, I noticed that because of the difficulties and the language barrier, it was a problem. So within the art, the perception changed a lot because it guided me to see that we differ in culture and languages, but at the end of the day, we're human. We all strive for the same thing.
Being the only glass artist in a community of artists working in other mediums can be an intimidating experience. The artist may have felt a sense of isolation and self-doubt, wondering if their work was relevant or appreciated. Despite these feelings, the artist found a way to persevere and embrace the unique qualities of their work.
I felt very small. I felt unwanted at that time because I had a little bit of challenges, but I changed the narrative of my story and remembered that I came all the way from South Africa to find guidance and see how things are done and learn from others, from visualizing from the 303 artists that were around. So from there on, I had to be strong and just find a way of learning to become a better artist.
While being a determined and hardworking individual can lead to a great success, it can also present certain challenges. For one, maintaining such a level of drive and motivation can be exhausting and overwhelming.
Don't shy away, even if it's hard. Just tell yourself there's a reason why you were chosen to be elsewhere, No matter the challenges, just learn to listen and be patient with yourself. And if you just get advice and just see how people do things, from there on, I think the confidence can just build from there on.
Artists often grapple with the question of whether the journey of creating art is more important than the final product. It is a complex question and there is no answer. However, it is undeniable that the creative process itself can be incredibly cathartic and therapeutic.
For me, the final product is more important because when making the art itself, the progress of having to make the artwork, it's a challenge. You find difficulties where whatever you want, it doesn't come that way. Especially with glass, it's a complicated medium. So when seeing the final result, knowing that this is what you wanted, that brings a bit of joy.
The use of risk-taking in art can be a controversial topic. Some artists argue that taking risk is essential to create work that is meaningful and impactful. Others believe that it is possible to create great art without taking any physical or emotional risk.
Having to acknowledge that, yes, you do get cut and you get burned and all that, but still you push yourself to get a completion of wonderful things.
Collaboration is an essential part of any creative process, and for artists working with glasses, it is especially important. Collaboration allows artists to exchange ideas, learn new techniques, and push the boundaries of what is possible with the medium.
It brought a lot of relationship connections to a point where it has not yet started, but I can see visually with the connection and people approaching me that it's gonna bring a lot of impact in my future in the next coming years.
An artist's style and approach to their work is often influenced by the work of others.
They always tell us that you need to get an inspirable person or within the art. No, I inspire myself. My work inspires me. So hence I feel if ever they ask, who am I inspired from? Yes, I get inspirations from seeing other people's work, but because they don't work with that medium, it's very challenging. So I portray my artwork as very inspirable to others.
It can be easy to get caught up in the latest trends or what's popular at the moment, but it is important to stay grounded in your own ideas and artistic voice.
Don't listen to your parents. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say that. Our parents sometimes they misguide us. They want us to be doctors and all that. So if you feel and believe that this person you want to be an artist, Look at me. I started off as an engineer. I did engineering, but I stuck to my ground and say I wanted to become an artist. And here's me now, and I'm doing all these things. So stay true to you. Like run that journey, run your journey, and listen to your passion. If you feel confident enough and knowing it's a calling for you, do it. And tell your parents that they should listen. You understand? They really need to understand and listen. You matters more than what they want for you. So that's my advice.
Where can people get this artworks?
So now it's basically showing, it's a solo exhibition here at the SABC Gallery. So, but however, it ends on the 14th of March. From the year on, it's going to move to Kaka Anka at the festival in the Western Cape. So the exhibition itself, it's going to travel. However, if you feel the need of wanting to see how we do things, you can still come to the TUT Arts Campus. There is a glass studio where you can understand how we do things, how we learn. And yes, hence we saying we do have glass as an elective. So if you're an artist and you never knew, I also didn't knew, look at me. Because I chose this art thing, I ended up with this relationship with the glass.
For SABC News, I am Mosibudi Mojela, Johannesburg.